There's history with Seton Hall for me, and there's an incredible sense of community that I get when I think of Seton Hall and my experiences here. The history is I graduated from here. My sister graduated from here. I've got a brother-in-law who graduated from here. I've got 3 cousins that went to school here. 3 of my 4 children went to school here. So there's friends and acquaintances that I've known over the years that have gone to school here, and all of that also leads to the community part of it. It's like wherever you go, you meet someone who touched this school. And the school, to me, does a very, very good job of bringing that sense of community back to alumni. The course is about the challenges of managing high-growth companies. And so, you think of a company that starts out in a startup stage, and maybe it does $1 million one year, and then the next year it does $5 million, the next year it does 10, then it jumps to 20. Those types of high-growth companies are very challenging to manage. And so the course focuses on 2 aspects of that. One is the need for a business design that will enable the company to continue to grow. And the second part of the course is the organizational challenges that high-growth companies realize. And in terms of everything, resources, equipment, plant facility, people. So that's really what the course is designed to give the students a real-life understanding. And we use real examples, real companies. Bentley is a company that we talk about a lot. There are a lot of things that they come away with that I try to impress upon them. On the business design side, it's this concept of being customer-centric in your business design. And that's really about understanding what's important to your customer and then providing that service or that product. On the organizational side, it's trying to stay ahead of the curve as your company is growing and you move more into a professional organization. It's the challenges that you face and how you actually accomplish that. One deals with the need for discipline and structure within an entrepreneurial environment. Many entrepreneurial firms fail because they lack that discipline and that structure that companies have to succeed. And the second one is have an exit strategy, with the idea being you never go into anything without knowing how you're going to get out of it. Many people get into a business and they'll turn around and say 3 years into it, if I had known I had to work this hard, if I had known I wasn't going to be able to pay myself, if I had known, and now I can't sell it. There's nobody that wants to buy it. You can avoid those kinds of mistakes just by understanding and having an exit strategy before you go in. Entrepreneurs, if you think about it, they actually function as CEOs, and there's nobody above them telling them what to do, giving them guidance and direction necessarily. There's nobody telling them that they have to improve their skills. There's nobody really telling them where their weaknesses are, where their strengths are, what they need to be doing personally to continue to grow as an individual, as a business person, and to fine-tune skills that are required to grow the business to another level or the level that they're aspiring to get to. Entrepreneurs don't have that. In a regular organization, if you were working for a big company, even if you ran a division, you're still reporting to someone. There's always somebody who's giving you plenty of guidance, plenty of direction, talking about your skill sets, how you grow, how you improve. In an entrepreneurial environment, you don't have that. So the greatest challenge is to continue to grow that learning curve, to continue to grow your skills and improve your skills so that you don't stop. There's more you can continue to do with your business and with your career as you grow it. Professionally, I would have to say it was acquiring Bentley. And I say that because for 20 years or so, I was running entrepreneurial firms and had acquired them with groups of investors, and I always had a stake in them, and I was responsible for running them, but they weren't mine. And it was always my dream to be able to have a company that I could acquire that was meaningful and that I could do it completely on my own. And Bentley fulfilled that dream. Now, of course, the next side of that is to make Bentley successful. But I always had the confidence that I could do that. But the big dream fulfillment was actually the day I closed on that business. I bought it on my own. I realized there were no other investors involved. It was just me. And it was just a great sense of accomplishment for me. Yeah, this was 2006, and the 4th of July in 2006 was on a Tuesday. So the way we planned to, we're a manufacturing company. We have mixing vessels that we make product in. We have filling lines that we fill product into. Once it's been mixed, we use that equipment to fill it and pack it out. And then we have a warehouse that we're keeping raw materials. We keep customers' bottles and caps and tubes, and we call them components. So that's the makeup of the facility that we've got, not to mention the administration area and our laboratories. So once you stop producing, you're virtually out of business. Once you start to disassemble your mixing kettles, you can't make any more product. So the timing to make sure that when you're relocating a business, a manufacturing business, that has to be staged very carefully. And what we did was we made a lot of bulk product the weeks prior to the move, and then that last week of June, we started disassembling our kettles and having our kettles relocated down to our new plant. And the entire move was 400+ tractor trailer loads. We probably moved close to 300 that weekend over that 5-day period. And it was really, really challenging at the end, you know, where we were trying to do everything really organized. The last 2 days, it was like, we just have to get out of this facility, and we have until Tuesday to get that done. So we just made it happen. And again, by 2 o'clock on the 4th of July, we were done and completely out of 90,000 square feet of facility. I don't think I'll ever be moving another company. That's my second, and I think I'm done with that. Kind of been there, done that, don't want to do it again. I'd rather it be somebody else's headache in the future. But what it did for me, it really affirmed the idea of, if you plan really well and you execute, these things go fairly smoothly. I would say that for us now, we've invested over the last several years since we relocated the company into our new facility. We've invested heavily in our infrastructure. And so we've trained on that. We've developed new processes, new systems, and really put a company together that we believe is very, very good at executing. So the trick now for Bentley is going to be to focus on revenue growth, and that's probably going to mean seeking out niche brands that make their own product today but want to get out of that, want to be able to go total outsource. And this is ideal for us because it's almost like buying a company without paying for it. You're going to get all of that business, and all you have to do is demonstrate to the customer that you have the capacity to handle the business that they want to put in. So right now, the future for us is about leveraging the organization that we've got in place, and that means a big focus on revenue growth. I remember it was the late 80s, and I was really looking to get involved in a manufacturing company. That ultimately was what I wanted to do. And in order to chase that, I had to jump into some pretty risky situations that without the support of my wife, just never would have happened. My wife allowed me to chase my dreams. And, you know, I couldn't be luckier. It's hard to describe how significant that is. I mean, people go, oh, yeah, he bought Bentley Laboratories, good for him. The journey to get to that point, and you know, the sacrifices, the stress, the risk that we both had to take. If she wasn't there all along the way, Bentley never would have happened. So it takes a very special partner in life to be able to achieve that kind of an objective, and I'm very fortunate because I have that person.